let me tell you guys a little bit about Dropalo. So Dropalo is a social messaging platform and digital billboard. It is built. It's a social messaging platform built on a map. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how many visitors go to map apps. So Google Earth has 170 billion views. This Google Maps has about 100 and plus million views monthly in comparison to other social messaging applications. And as we know, people need to know where they're going, what they're doing, how they're engaging with the world around them. So maps are relevant, right? But social messaging has about 4 billion users, right? 4.8 billion users to date, to be exact, right? So the idea is we're going to target these 4 billion users and we're going to target the mechanics, the user behaviors that drive 170 billion views and 153 million monthly views, right? Over time to effectively create a product that people find relevant and useful wherever they are, whenever. So the problem we're solving effectively is that problem that I think all of you guys may have before, where you're in, say, for instance, you're in Lisbon or you went to tech, I guess, London, and you know where to go, who's around, what's happening, where you should map with some static data. Real.
We're just losing your sound a bit there, Janon. I don't know if there's anything you can do on the connection there.
Yeah.
It was doing great, and then just as you got like really animated, it just kind of cut out.
What about now? So,
Getting better?
What about now? Is it better now?
Yes, it is. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, sorry. So I'm not sure why I lost you guys there, but was it about a Tech Week part? Did you guys hear me talking about like London Tech Week? Did you get that?
Come back a little bit before that.
Okay. So basically, I'm saying the problem that we're solving is the one we've all faced, right? Where we're in a location, we're in a space or somewhere in the world, and we don't know who or what is around us. We're not able to communicate with the people around us. We see current social messaging platforms creating paywalls and so on and so forth. So you don't actually have access to people around you, and you never really did actually with social messaging platforms. If you have followers on Twitter or Facebook, they may be people you know, but they're not local to where you are in real time in the world around you. Now, for businesses, there's a huge upside because any business in anywhere, any location in the world, well, businesses pay hundreds of dollars, hundreds of pounds, millions of pounds to find their customers, to find their tribe. And so do startups, so do, I guess, established businesses at Series A, Series B, as well as incumbents. They're all spending money to find people around them within whatever location, sort of attract those individuals to buy, to shop, to, you know, so they could sell to these individuals. And supermarkets, groceries, bars, restaurants, all of these businesses depend on people coming in, right? Foot traffic is a huge factor. We see across the United Kingdom, we see that the high streets are decimated because of this. And we've got like regenerative funds for towns and cities to sort of re-engage and build back the high streets, or at least regenerate high streets. That's not going to be effective without the tools that we actually need, the effective tools we need today. So insert Dropalo, if you will. So I'm going to just quickly log in and give you guys a quick tour of Dropalo just quickly. And effectively, all it does is that it allows you to drop messages in locations. If you're a business, if you're a person, an individual, you could put messages and you can actually have a stream of communication with individuals wherever you are in real time, or you can do it, you know, as a business, via promotion, advertising, and so on and so forth. So let's see if I can get in here. I hope I'm not speaking too quickly, and let's see if I can get in. I may be able to speak this. Let's just jump in with this one. So the app opens up. We've got the app on iOS, we've got the app on Android, and we have a web app where you could effectively go in, you get a brief tutorial. It takes you through the entire process of, you know, what a drop is, how to make a drop, how to sort of actually work with the environment.
We're still seeing the login screen, Janon, for a moment.
Oh, 1 second. This one, I need the connection not to fail me. Huh. the audio fails, then the Wi-Fi is failing. It's fine. Let's bring it back. Please, let's jump in the line. Oh, it's failing to me. I think my connection is actually not sufficient right now. I mean, what's happening in here? It's not right there. Sorry, just tested this and it worked fine. And now, I guess being on the Zoom call, I don't have enough bandwidth. Something's going wrong. It's not loading as it should. But let me try this once more. But effectively, the app is available. It's free. It's available only to the United Kingdom. You guys can have a look. I would love to actually take you in there. If you go to dropalo.co.uk, you can actually log in. But for some reason, I can't seem to. Yeah, I can't seem to get in there for some reason. Both of the accounts have failed. They're not failed. That's wow. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you well.
But I can't even seem to log in. I'm logged in with both of these accounts actually. And my Janet and Dropalo works as well, but I don't know for some reason it's not either.
I guess if you, in the absence of this working, if you just want to share the homepage for your site, because that gives a really good indicator about how it all works, right?
Definitely. Sorry, my connection is a bit slower than I expected to be. It wasn't earlier, but there we go. So we have our Android and our sort of iOS app here, and should be able to actually just log in directly from here or from this link on screen. Problem I'm having is, I think I'm having one of those typical issues that we've seen where for some reason the Google token is not actually allowing me to access this. So if you're not in the United Kingdom, you'll probably see a waiting list issue. If you're from the United Kingdom, it shouldn't be an issue. Let me just quickly reconfigure this. So there is an age limit for the app. We obviously want to make sure that you know, people can get in without any issues. You really don't need to put an age or your date of birth in if you're logging in with Google or Apple. But for some reason I'm logging in with Google, and I guess I'm gonna have some problems there. This is very annoying. I do apologize to everyone.
The joy of a live demo. You're all good.
it's definitely decided to wow. Any of these should just work. I'm logged in with all these Google addresses. Actually, any of them should work. Let's see, maybe this will now. No. Wow, I do apologize. I'm having a connection issue here for sure. I tested this prior and this works fine. I don't know what's happening now.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll share what I've got on my screen, which is from your homepage. And if you just want to narrate around it, that might be easiest.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, can you see that all right?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. So effectively, If you were logged in with Google, you can actually log into the app and you'd be able to get the map as well. Stuart, you should be able to log in with the app and you get the map, you get exactly where you are located at this moment. And you'd be able to, you get a tutorial. It would actually advise you on how you could sort of make drops, or how you could use the drops, how you could interact with the actual platform in real time. You get 3 options for making drops. You get a classic sort of message. You have a repeater, which repeats wherever you go as you move. And then you have the ability to make these private or public. So you have public drops, which are basically for any and everyone around you, or private drops to a specific individual or group. And then you have expanders. Expanders effectively expand over time. So for a business, it would mean that that particular business could say, you only want to sort of engage people within a 1 to 5 kilometer radius. And that would expand over time. They would set the dials from 1 kilometers to 5 kilometers over a set period of time. In every drop, there is the option to set how long you like a drop to live, because drops effectively, they expire after a certain amount of time. So we've allowed for the free version of this, we've allowed for 24 hours, and we're considering for paid versions to having 7 days, 3 days. You know, you have a full week, you have a month, depending on what you're actually engaging and what content you're sharing with your audience. I've taken up way too much time, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to cut it short.
Okay, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So, Honor, the first question goes to Matt on this one. What do you want to ask me?
Cool. So good product. And actually, I was at London Tech Week last week, and something like this would have been really useful because there's so much going on all over the place. But having kind of that way to communicate across kind of a geographic area seems like a really good use case. I think I've seen lots of platforms like this, and it's always not specifically like this, but trying to achieve the same thing. So it's trying to get users, and it's sometimes two-sided. It feels like it's only really going to be a great experience if you get enough kind of critical mass and you get enough users on there. What's your strategy? Are you going in on a certain location first, so you can actually get a users to make the experience good, or kind of how you're approaching that? Because it feels like that's going to be the main thing to actually get traction. Now you've actually got a product.
Yep. So the strategy, that's a great question. And it's good to hear that you validated the London Tech Week issue that we assessed, because we noticed this. So we have a sort of multi-pronged strategy in place that we want to approach. One of the things is we're not sure what this will or can become, right? If I'm being honest, you know, we have no idea what this might turn into as an application. So one of the things is that we're going to learn as we go ahead with users and discover what they want, what they don't like or dislike, I should say, and sort of iterate around refining those specific, I guess, engagements for them. But going forward, one of the things we've recognized is, so we're doubling down. As we said, we're launching only in the UK, and we're keeping it UK focused first and foremost. We have some interest from Riyadh. So one of the things is that we're going to be in the Middle East as well. But before we do that, we're going to first make sure we get all the boxes checked right across the United Kingdom. And we're going to have this multi-pronged strategy where we're testing a bit of, you know, direct to customers across different communities, spark different fires in different communities with different content creators for different reasons, and find those individuals who actually want to sort of drive forward with a new social messaging platform, a new platform to engage and generate value for themselves and their audience that they already have, to bring in new users. So we're looking at how we could sort of maximize value and create, you know, relevance and purpose for the individuals who are going to use this, but also for the businesses, right? So it's kind of like, how do we figured out how we can actually engage specific customers who would actually take this and sell it up market and upstream to their users, their followers. But also, we've kind of realized that because multiple fires need to be started across the United Kingdom, so where it might be that, oh yeah, we'll just get some television stuff done and get some advertising and marketing done, which is, you know, run-of-the-mill stuff, standard traditional advertising. Actually, we're going to be a little bit more strategic and a little bit more, I guess, widespread, because we're going to hit people from every angle. So we already did some television promotion and advertising of some televisions for some stuff that needs to come out. So we'll have that coming out across the summer. And it should be pretty cool. But then we're also going with the sort of guerrilla digital, like physical marketing in real spaces. And then I've got a few stores, chains of stores across Kent that will be running some marketing and some business advertising because it benefits them as well. And we're sort of activating a lot of those types of strategies on the ground, some of the digital sort of traditional stuff, and then some of this sort of new age, new ideological ways of thinking for marketing that we've created, right? Because nothing is better than a business with an audience already or customer base, and then they're driving value back to your startup. So we're kind of activating those.
Cool. Thank you.
Definitely one question per person this time. Okay, right. So Jana, over to you for the next one.
Oh no, I had two, so now I have to choose. But okay, Janan, thank you so much for this. Just a quick one. Tell me a little bit where you are in your journey, in your entrepreneurial journey.
Wow. On the mountain. I am on the mountain climbing this really difficult, hard mountain. And yeah, it's an interesting journey. So far, because there are so many moving parts, I guess I can say that we're at the stage where I'm discovering that a lot of the ideas that we may want to implement in the application, or we thought would be ideally what people wanted, and we're discovering people want so much more, but ultimately they're not even sure what they want, to be honest with you. So they want more, but then if you give them more, they're not really interested in having more. They're interested in having efficiency, but in a way that's so simplified. So as someone who builds AI and an AI product manager, AI engineer, for instance, we've engaged with AI companies who want to use Dropalo for specific reasons. They're also parking lot companies, the companies who do parking, and they want to like use digital billboards and stuff like this. Dropalo is perfect for this. They want to leverage Dropalo in this way, but then they're not even sure what they want as customers. Supermarkets want to use the app, but then I'm discovering that, for instance, the supermarkets I've engaged, the internal politics with customers is something I wasn't prepared. Nobody tells you this in any sort of preparation for engaging customers that you have to deal with. You have to be careful how you manage customers because there are like internal bureaucracies and politics you have to face. So I'm at this huge learning curve where I'm on this mountain and I'm discovering a lot, like so much.
So essentially you're validating in a way, and you're discovering still your use case in that sense. And also, can I ask you, how are you planning to make money?
You see how she snuck that second question in without me noticing. You see that?
It's fine. I'll
You
give
can
a quick
answer,
answer.
but 10 seconds or less.
Yeah, so we have already in the app, the users have the option to buy more drops. And additionally, we have like some sorts of models that we have for, I guess, advertising campaigns, and for businesses, the specific types of drops. We have new types of drops that could only be purchased for advertising within the app. So it's kind of all based around how users can engage with each other via drops and purchasing drops.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right.